All right, in this video, I'm going to be demonstrating banded external rotation. So I looped around a band here around this pole of this machine. I'll show a little tutorial, shoot a little video at the end of this showing how I looped it through. It's pretty straightforward. You don't obviously need a machine, you just need a pole of some kind that you can loop a band through. I got my little resistance band here. You want one that gives you a decent amount of resistance. You want to get to a point where you can pin your elbow to the side of your body, so think right here, pin to the side, reach across, and have a little bit of tension in the band. Just notice how it's slightly tight. You don't want it to be super tight, you don't want to be super out here, because it's going to be too much resistance at the end. You just want it to be slightly tight, just a little tight right there. So again, elbow is pinned to my side. I'm not trying to lift it off like this, keeping it pinned. Literally like you're just trying to squeeze it in there. So while I'm squeezing that elbow in, now I just rotate out as far as I can. Now this band actually has pretty strong resistance, so I'm going to step in to where there's not much, there's a slack in the line here. You might have to do that depending on what equipment you have access to. If I had picked a lighter band, this position would be okay. This band's too intense. So I'm starting out right here, going out as far as I can while trying to keep that elbow pinned. Keeping that elbow pinned as close to my side as I can. It's natural for it to come off a little bit, but we want to try to keep it, driving it towards your side. So again, just rotate out as far as you can and come back in. You may find that this exercise triggers some pain back here in your rotator cuff. If that is happening, especially if you're going through one of our rehab programs, please, please, please contact us. We will find a regression that is good, going to work for you. Never, ever push through pain unless potentially that pain is at a 1 out of 10 on a pain scale, maybe a 2. Anything above that, especially if it gets worse throughout the set, throughout your workout, you need to stop. And we will find don't do that exercise, we'll find something else that we can do to work those muscles in a way that's healing as opposed to further damaging them. Again, just either a little bit of slack or just slightly tight. Elbow pinned, rotating out. I'll show you from side angle here so you can kind of see what I'm talking about in terms of the way my hand is arching. So elbow pinned, rotate out as far as you can over. This works. The external rotators in that shoulder. It is great for kind of a gentle way to improve stabilization before you progress on to more difficult loading mechanisms for that part of your shoulder complex. Again, we'll show a little demo on how to loop this band around. It's pretty straightforward. But also if you have any questions, comments, complaints, concerns, anything you need to share, tell us wins you want to share, or you're just struggling with this exercise, please reach out to me through our contact page. Reach out to us at trdtraining.com. Email me at coachscott@trdtraining.com or DM me on Instagram at coachscott_TRD. If you don't have any questions, just get after it and get those gains.